Well, real estate has really picked up here in San Diego, and really it's starting to become a situation again where you might actually be able to sell your home in a very short period of time. But in order to do that, don't make the common mistakes that so many people make. Here to help you avoid those, Paul Chunyk is here this morning from the California Realty Group. Give me your assessment of the market just quickly. It seems to me that things are better, but let me hear it from you.
The market is picking up. We went through a little bit of a bubble again when interest rates were really low, had some buyers wanting to take advantage of that. That caused the home prices to go up, and then we saw a slight inch up in interest rates, so it got a little bit stagnant. So that's kind of where we're at. We're still in a growth period, which is positive news for everybody, especially if you're looking to sell your home. So hang in there and be realistic, and things are going to go well.
Well, you said a whole bunch of things in one little sentence there when you said hang in there, be realistic, because that has something to do with the top 5 mistakes we're going to talk about here.
Absolutely.
First off, do you recommend that people do a for sale by owner? I mean, obviously you're in the business, you would prefer that they come to a real estate agent, but are there some pitfalls to trying to sell by yourself?
There are. There's a lot of documents. When I'm done with a transaction, I have actually probably about 1,000 pages when you include the emails and the California Association of Realtor paperwork. There's about 1,000 pages that need to be filed away, and I, of course, have to keep those for about 3 years. So it's important, if you are going to do a for sale by owner, that you know all of those. And if you don't, you're going to want to advertise.
It can be done, but it's really kind of tricky these days.
It's tough.
All right. Well, some of the other pitfalls about not using a real estate agent. How do you know how to even price your home?
Well, that's exactly why you hire a real estate agent. It's our job. We're in the market every single day, in and out of homes, looking at comparative market analyses. That's what we do. So you want to come to us and at least get our opinion before you do anything else. Doesn't mean you have to hire the person you get the opinion from. In fact, I would recommend you talk to a couple of us first.
And again, we're going to mention your website several times today, but it's paulsellsd.com, where they can get some great information.
Yep.
Right there, absolutely for free. And we'll talk how they can also pick up a little bonus here in a few minutes.
Yes.
Even if, though, I use a real estate agent, and I can't totally hand it over to you, can I? I mean, you mentioned checking your real estate agent's work.
No, once you hire a real estate agent, you're going to want to check their work. They're going to tell you, or at least they should tell you, what their marketing plan is. So once they tell you what that is, follow through. Make sure that stuff is getting done. It's a home is a big investment that you've made. So you want to follow through and make sure that it's being handled properly.
Now let's talk about the home itself. A lot of folks just think that they can put the for sale sign up in a hot market and the house will move, and especially in San Diego, that they don't have to do anything. They almost take an attitude sometimes. If they want my house, they can take it just the way it is. That's not necessarily good business.
No, it's not the best approach. Sure, you might sell your house and you might even sell it for close or at what you're asking for it. But if you do a little TLC to your home, fix the holes in the wall, maybe put a fresh coat of paint on, you're going to increase your home's value exponentially in that.
Everybody's looking for a bargain, and so I'm thinking that first offer you're likely to get is probably going to be a lowball offer.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. You run a danger of insulting a buyer, but if the buyer becomes insulted, they're also maybe missing an opportunity.
Yeah, so I always tell my clients, don't disregard a lowball offer just because it's not where you want. They're trying to test the waters and see how motivated you are as a seller, and it took a lot of time to prepare that offer. So respond back. Even if you respond back with the list price, respond back and get the dialogue going, because at the end of the day, you both might get what you want.
And again, let's talk about overvaluing the home. There's a variety of reasons that people do this, but what's the big reason?
The big reason is they're testing the market, and what
they're
happens.
They're hoping, they're wishing.
Yep.
Wow, maybe I can cash in and make an extra $100,000 on my place.
Exactly, and what ends up happening is your house stays on the market. It becomes what we call stagnant, and then you've got the bottom feeders that come in and say, well, it's been on the market for 90, 120 days. Let's start throwing lowball offers, and then you're going to start to get a lot of lowball offers.
So better to start with a reasonable price to start with and work from there.
Get people through the front door, looking at your house, create a competitive market, and then let them bid the property up.
Now, if folks go to paulsellsd.com, you've got a little bonus for them there.
Yeah, if they go over there and put a little bit of their information in, I'm going to send them the top 3 things that their realtor doesn't want them to know.
Okay, tease us. I know you don't want to give those away now, but what would that be? What would a real estate agent not want us to know?
For example, we kind of talked about it in marketing terms. It doesn't help to just put a sign on the house and put it on the MLS. You have to do a lot more than that. So that's one of the things that I'm talking about that your realtor might not tell you, but you should definitely know.
Folks, whether you're buying, you're selling, you go to paulsellsd.com. Put in a little bit of information there so that he can correspond with you and get a dialogue going. You'll pick up the 3 things that a real estate agent doesn't want you to know. He'll send that to you right away. Paul, great to see you. Thank you so much. Happy selling. I'd love to think that someday my house will actually be worth what I paid for it.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. All right, for more information, you go to san diego6.com and you click on San Diego Living.